What's up, enthusiasts? If you asked me a week ago what the best blaster of 2016 was, I would have said the Dart Zone Magnum, hands down, easy decision. However, after getting my hands on a JSPB V2-Lite blaster thanks to Thundercrunk, I don't really want to pick up any other blasters. It's just so good, and is now my favorite blaster of the year. And before I get too far into my gushing about this blaster, I should point out that it isn't something you'll find in stores on a shelf. This is a blaster you'll have to order online and does cost more than your standard blaster, but it's a super stock ready blaster for between $125 to $135 that's more accurate than just about anything else on the field. Let's talk about that accuracy, because it's what really sells this blaster to me. At around 43 feet, I was able to hit a 20-inch target over and over once dialed in with the dart type I was using. This is a feeling I'm really not used to with a blaster. It gives a certain level of confidence when shooting that I like a lot. Now, this may not be anything new for those that use half-length darts in homemade blasters, but for a blaster that can use both full-length and half-length darts, it's absolutely awesome. I've gotten a little bit ahead of myself though. Before we talk more about performance, let's talk about aesthetics. This blaster rides the line for me between that homemade look and the Nerf blaster look. I've never really been a fan of the homemade aesthetics, but I feel like the 3D printed designs on this one bring it far enough from a standard homemade that I dig the way it looks. It's got some nice lines to it that add some visual appeal, and I like that the blaster has Picatinny rails on it rather than Nerf rails. In terms of comfort, I was surprised. I expected it to be terribly uncomfortable, and assumed the pump grip would be awkward based on how it looks. Thankfully, I was wrong on both counts. While the blaster won't be winning any awards for being the most comfortable thing ever, it's not uncomfortable and I didn't have any issues when using it. Now let's head back to performance. Thundercrunk and myself ran various dart types through this blaster and got a range of around 120 to 140 FPS on average with 5 pumps. I also wouldn't go beyond 5 pumps as you can feel the resistance on that 5th pump. Thundercrunk has broken previous versions of this blaster by pushing it too hard, so it's important to stay within the parameters for this blaster. Now, I've mentioned the accuracy already, but what I haven't mentioned is the spiraled string in the barrel. This is supposedly to rotate the dart and give it more stability in flight, leading to the improved accuracy. Both Thundercrunk and I were iffy on whether or not the darts were actually spinning, so we colored a few darts on one side before firing them and recorded them at 120 frames per second so we could slow it down and see. And it does in fact look like the darts are spinning, as you can see the red rotating around the dart as it flies towards the target. It looks like we got around 6 total rotations at the 43 foot mark, but that's not definitive. I'd love to get a camera that can record higher frame rates in the future and do more recordings to test things, but for now it does appear the dart is spinning. The real question, however, is whether that spinning is helping, or if it's something else like a muzzle brake effect helping. Regardless, something is working to make this blaster accurate, and I love it. Despite all this good, there are some trade-offs. The biggest one is capacity. This blaster only holds 4 full-length darts that you have to load through a door on the back of this blaster. The pumping of the blaster not only fills the air tank, but also pushes a dart into place through the tube on the back, and that pumping time, while not overly long, is longer than a simple prime on a spring blaster, so you won't be as quick to shoot as others. Now, the counter arguments are that you're more accurate so you don't need as many darts, and that allows you to run a lighter loadout and be more mobile and less of a dart hog. Now, with all of that information, I feel like this blaster is the best blaster of 2016 for myself. I feel like it's going to be an absolute monster in a 5 versus 5 competitive setting. With that said, it certainly comes at a premium, so it's up to you to decide whether that performance with the trade-offs it brings are worth that investment. I'm clearly smitten with this blaster, but I want to know your opinion on this. Have you used one? Do you like it, hate it, or have you even heard of it? Let me know in the comments, and if you're new to the channel and enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that subscribe button for more in the future. As always, thank you so much for watching, have fun flinging foam, and I'll see you next time.